There is a new sister-wife theory that Robyn is, guess what, pregnant. Oh my god, you guys, this is unbelievable, this sister-wife theory, and honestly, to me, it sounds pretty freaking believable. So here is the scoop. Before we go into it, we have to give credit where credit is due, and that is to Background LG438 on Reddit. I'm going to share this Reddit post by Background LG438 on Reddit. I'll put a link above below this video, so make sure to check it out, show it some love. But yes, y'all, this theory is pretty crazy. So let's do this thing, y'all. Here is the proof. Number one. Now this is not the most believable proof, but just the one thing I want to say real quick is we got to see in the last season of Sister Wives that Robyn did say several times that she, wanted to have another kid. She said that she had some vision of her with like a boy or something, and she was having another kid. And she said that several times. Kody was kind of on the fence if he wanted to have another kid or not, but Robyn did say it. So that's the first thing, is that she definitely does want to have more kids. Keep that in mind while I say the others. But the main proof is this. Mary's mother, unfortunately, sadly, did pass away, and they had a funeral. She passed away on the 26th of March, and the funeral was on April 2nd. And so, everyone was there. Wouldn't everyone go? Wouldn't you expect that? Because they are technically sister wives. Mary was there. Cody was there, Janelle was there, and Robyn and Christine were nowhere to be found. Now, before you go, Christine was not gone too. Would that mean Christine's pregnant too? No. Because Christine's daughter was about to go into labor and have the baby, and she ended up having the baby on the 8th of April, so the funeral was on the 2nd of April, so obviously, she had no business going. It was really close to the date, and she wanted to be there for her daughter, and she was. So Christine did not go for that, and she came out and said that. However, Robyn never gave a reason why she did not go to the funeral. That would tell me she did not want to be spotted. They're probably trying to save this drama, if it is true and real, for the show. And that is not it, y'all. Robyn also did an interview with, I want to say it was Us Weekly. Yes, Us Weekly. And in that interview, she kind of sort of gave a little bit of a slip up that might possibly prove she is having a baby. Because she said this, and I quote, in the video portion, she says, "I have 3 little," and then stops, and then redirects to say, "I have little kids." Obviously meaning I have 3 little kids, and it's like she doesn't. She does not. And she only has 2 little kids. So that pretty much is like, okay, what is going on? I think that I really honestly, okay, so here is the proof, the actual hard, cold proof that she's probably having a baby. She said she wants one. She was not at Mary's mom's funeral, and she had that little bit of an Us Weekly slip up. But honestly, y'all, I think this is true. I mean, like that stuff is really good proof that I just said, but for me, I think this is true for one reason. I do believe Robyn wants to have a kid, and I think Kody will do anything, literally, to stay on Sister Wives, to stay on TV, and to keep getting that money. And I think this is his next storyline. The pandemic was the last one. Somehow this show keeps getting renewed, and I can almost guarantee you guys, if she is even somewhat showing, she couldn't go to Mary's mom's funeral, and that means that, they needed to have somewhat of an excuse. The season was ended, the ending of the season was it was like last summer was the end of the last season of Sister Wives. That pretty much just tells me they've had almost a year now to keep filming, so yeah, I would not be shocked whatsoever, y'all, if they're having a baby. And then that kind of goes to my next point, is there going to be another season of Sister Wives? Now, obviously, I have no idea. I have not heard any proof, but I can tell you guys one thing. I know for a fact Kody wants to stay on the show, and I can probably guarantee y'all, so does Robyn, so does Janelle, so does Mary. Not that they actually like doing the show, but I think that they love the money because they are getting paid to basically do nothing. And Robyn and Janelle and Kody don't have other jobs. Now, Christine and Mary kind of somewhat sort of sell clothes, I guess, and Mary has other ventures. Mary is very self-made. She does her own thing. She makes her own money. The show is probably just part of her income. But the other 4 or whatever, including Kody, they don't do crap. And so without this show, well, let's just look at Kody Brown. Without this show, he has nothing. Now, obviously, the ratings, if you don't already know, in 2018, the ratings for Sister Wives were absolutely god-awful. No one was watching the show. The show completely fell through. No one was watching, and they were going to cancel it. Somehow, they ended up coming back for another season. And supposedly, I don't know how true this is, but supposedly, if you look online at their salaries, supposedly, they were each getting $180,000. Supposedly, they were getting $180,000 per season per wife, and I believe Kody, which is what, like 900 grand? And the rumor is that in that 28 time when they went to the next season, I think it was going into season 12. I think it was from season 11 to season 12. When they were going to the next season, they finally just said, listen, we can't pay you guys. This show is falling through. It's not making any money. So they renegotiated their rate. Supposedly, down to $180,000 for all 5 of them, the 4 wives and Kody. I don't know how true that is. I'm just saying that's what I've seen online from some different people. So I would not be shocked because obviously at that time, no one was watching the show. And I feel like the next couple seasons, no one was watching the show either. This last season, I feel like, though, kind of did pretty good because they were talking about Meri and Kody's relationship. They were talking about Christine possibly leaving the family. They were talking about Robyn possibly being, wanting another baby, being pregnant or whatnot. And then they had all the stuff with the pandemic. So I feel like this last season did pretty good. And now if Robyn is expecting a baby, y'all, I'm telling you, we will 100% be seeing a season 16 of Sister Wives. Well, before I sign off for the day, guys, we have one last Sister Wife update. And oh, this is not a good one. This is actually really freaking sad. It's, obviously we already know Mother's Day was just a few days ago. By the way, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. I feel like I usually do a whole little thing. I post something on Instagram. I didn't do anything on YouTube and Facebook. So guys, happy Mother's Day if you are a mother, by the way. But anyway, it was a few days ago. Meri, obviously, we just talked about her. She lost her mom. And I just wanted to share this post that it's just a really sad post. She said, happy Mother's Day to my sweet mom in heaven. It's only been 6 short weeks since she left us, and it's still so surreal and unbelievable. I'm sad knowing that in this life, I'll never see her sweet smile, hear her sweet voice, or feel her loving arms around me again. I know in my heart she wouldn't want me to wallow, but to get up and keep going. So get up and keep going, I will. It goes on and on and on. I'll share a link to the post. It is just, I really feel bad for her, honestly. I mean, it ends with saying, her heart is stronger now, her endurance and strength the best it's ever been. I have no doubts she's up there working on projects, pulling strings, making things happen for those of us left here on Earth. That's who she is. That's what she does. Giver, helper, confidant, friend, my sweet mom. I love you, Mom. Stay close. Keep guiding me. Keep teaching me. I'll listen for your whisperings. Really a sweet message. You know what? I do actually really like Meri. Meri is a go-getter. She's independent. She is successful. For the love of me, I don't understand why she's still running around with Kody, but I guess you can sit here and say she wants to make her marriage work, I guess, which is just kind of ridiculous. So that, I think, is stupid of her, but everything else, I admire Meri. I think she really is a go-getter and hard worker, and I think her mom was sweet and nice, and I feel bad for her because now, obviously, Meri literally has, no family because she doesn't have Kody. I feel like just about all the wives don't really give a crap about her. I mean, I just said it earlier, only one of them was there, and Christine has her reasonings. Robyn, if she is not expecting a baby, my whole thing too is why didn't she go to the funeral? Because that is really upsetting, honestly. And could she have not? Let's just say that she's not expecting a baby. Could she? Because it could have been of the pandemic. There's a lot of other reasonings why maybe she's just crazy busy. But still, it's you know what? Meri is your sister wife, so it's you really should have been there. Not cool. Pretty honestly upsetting and sad to hear that Robyn was not at Meri's mom's funeral. But either way, very sad post, very sweet, very heartfelt. I just wanted to share that with you guys before I sign off. Well, guys, Sister Wives, I'll keep you up to date if I hear anything else about Robyn possibly expecting a baby. The theory to me that I read on Reddit, though, it seems pretty real. It seems pretty true. And to me, it's pretty freaking convincing. Like I said, I'm going to share everything. I'm going to share the Reddit post above below this video, and I will also share Meri's sweet Mother's Day post, too. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Let's read it all together behind me. See, I'll zoom in slowly. We can read it together because the back of my head always looks weird, so I'll just look at you guys while I read it, but amazing things are happening. I love that sign, y'all, and I love y'all too. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hit that like button. Y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.